What's up, guys? So guys, this hive here is the hive that I explained in a previous video how to add the queen excluder, and I said this hive here was my strongest hive. So you can see the queen excluder over there, and the super is below the queen excluder at the moment. So I took off the super just to go in the brood chamber and see what's happening from that time I had the queen excluder up until now. And I'm really happy to see what's going on in the brood chamber. The queen is on 8 frames of brood. This frame here is the first frame I pulled from the corner right here. It's a pollen frame. Right after I pull the pollen frame, I entered into brood. So from this frame here, go straight back to here is brood, and this frame is a pollen frame that they're working on. It got some specks of pollen in it, but this frame is packed out with pollen. I'm going to try and show you that. So I'm really happy to see how the queen is. As you can see, the pollen. So I'm really happy to see how she is utilizing her space. So no excessive amount of nectar is down here, just a little honey at the top of the brood. Oops, just let the girls get mad. I have to apply a pop of smoke just to cancel that communication that they're letting out to sting me. So guys, as I was saying, I'm very pleased to see how the bees are utilizing the space. The nectar, they put most of the nectar in the super. The only nectar that is down here is the nectar to feed the brood that is going to go with the pollen, and it's not much. It's just right above the brood as the honey arch. So that is really great. I'm very happy to see that. So these bees is in a state that they won't think to swarm because the super is not yet full. I'm going to pull maybe few frames from the super when I put it back on and show you guys. So yes, as long as you apply the queen excluder, the concept that I explained in the previous video, it really works well. The bees will just take to the super, and when the brood hatch out, they will start backfilling it. They will use that space for their nectar storage. They will start putting most nectar up there, so they won't use up the queen space below. So that's a two problem that cause swarming before time in a beehive. The bees come in with the pollen and the nectar, and they tend to store it in the queen space. So when they do that, the queen run out of space. So the next thing is to free up the space, is to just take some of the honey or nectar and leave. They won't leave with the pollen. They will leave the pollen in the frames, but they will just clear out most of the nectar and take a great amount of the population of bees with the mother queen at the time and leave to free up some space. So right now, I know when this super full, I will have to add a next one right top of this brood box right here above the queen excluder, just to give them that space. As they come up through the queen excluder, they enter into a box that have more space. If I put it on top, they will take to it, but it's best to put it underneath the super that they just fill. so they just get that space right away. They don't have to go through so much honey frames to go up to the space up above. So I'm just going to put back the hive together right now. I'm going to push these 8 brood frames back over. Can get this in right now. So it's going. Oh, guys, they're getting in my gloves that need to be replaced. They didn't sting me though. When the population of bees is great, guys, you got to take your time with them, because they're going to get into some space and you're going to start mashing bees, and that's what really trigger them to start coming at you, because you're killing bees. So I'm going to put back this pollen frame now. And whenever you're in a situation like this, if you see the pollen frames have a lot of pollen on one side and the next side is empty, you turn the frames, the empty side, facing the brood. So when the vergers come in with the pollen, they will just store the pollen in the empty section right away, guys. So if the outward facing cells do not have much pollen in them at the moment, you just switch the frame, turn it around, and get them to start storing the pollen in the empty sides. Simple as that. So I'm going to apply the queen excluder. Can take your time and let the queen excluder go down on them, and they will get out the way, because the bees don't like they don't like anything rubbing on them, so they will take their time to leave that area. So now a queen excluder is lined up. I can lift the honey soup and put back on top now. So I'm going to do that. This is one thing I don't like when I put the super on the next hive. The propolis tend to want to pull up the cover that the super is on. Oh, that super is weighty, guys. Yeah, so I'm going to try now and pull a frame for you guys to see what's going on. Here's the frame holder, guys, so I just place it in the middle and get up the frame with my one hand. Make things much easier. So as you can see, guys, so most of the nectar is being lodged up here, so that's good. So I'm just going to close them up now. Some of the time the bees go in between the frames and you crush them. So I'm just going to close them up now. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time. Peace.